NFTs also. So Mark was already using Polygon, like you must have known, that became a big news that Elon created an NFT, and then, Mark also created NFTs first. So all those were actually built on Polygon using some applications.
Welcome back to Investment Tribe, where you've subscribed because you want to learn all about cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and other digital assets. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and enable the notifications so you'll be alerted whenever we post a new video. The topic of today's video is all about the Polygon Network and how important its role is in the current crypto sphere. We will start with its history and what problems it's trying to solve. We will also explain in detail the technicalities of Polygon's inner workings, so I hope you have a background in some of the concepts in cryptocurrency like blockchains and smart contracts. So, without further ado, let's begin. I guess the best way to start is by tackling the three main problems Ethereum is facing. Trust me, this will make sense later. Even though it certainly brought some advancements in this field like smart contracts and DAPPS, it still has some major issues. The first issue is low throughput. This specifically means that Ethereum can only handle 30 transactions per second. This is relatively low compared to other blockchains out there, like the Cardano, which can handle 257 transactions a second, the Polkadot with 1,000 transactions, and Solana with 65,000. The second problem is related to the first one, which is it is so expensive to transact in Ethereum, since you are practically bidding your way to make it to the 30 slots just to transact. It can take up to $20 of transaction fees just to send $1. And the last issue, also related to the low throughput issue, is that Ethereum is not that developer-friendly, because all projects that run on the network will have the same system of 30 transactions per second. There's gotta be a way to acquire all of Ethereum's great technology that won't have this low throughput problem. And so, in 2016, 3 Indian developers thought of the same thing and came up with the Matic Network, which then got a new name called Polygon. That's why Polygon's coin is still called Matic Coins, because that's the original name. So it's basically what Polygon is. It took the best parts of Ethereum and improved its weaknesses. Polygon's main goal is to increase the usage of DeFi tools and applications, and now it currently hosts over 3,000 decentralized applications, or dApps. 80 of those came from Ethereum, and I think that many of the other Ethereum developers will follow this trend of moving to Polygon in no time because they're so similar, meaning they will not have a problem with adapting to the network. Let me clarify though that Polygon is not the only one that does this. Ethereum has what is called an EVM, that stands for Ethereum Virtual Machine. It is the actual code that is run by computers to carry out the smart contracts of the blockchain. Aside from Polygon, Binance Smart Chain has one, and so does Phantom, and many others. And so developers have many options for switching networks. But what sets apart Polygon from the others is that it is helping Ethereum to become a multi-chain platform. It's a series of blockchains that help scale Ethereum. One of the ways they do this is through the developers making user-friendly and flexible tools so that they can easily create all kinds of different scaling solutions like ZK and optimistic rollup chains. Now, if you don't know what these are, let me know in the comments down below if you're interested, and we might make a video explaining these concepts. But they're basically used to bundle up data and save space on the network. Let us now compare the prices or the fees of Polygon to Ethereum. Like I said earlier, Ethereum couldn't handle more than 30 transactions a second, so the fees are very high, up to $20 even. And since Polygon solved this problem, its fees are actually less than a penny on average. And this is very helpful for users to just try out a new app without the fear of losing $150 immediately. Okay, so now let's talk about how the Polygon works. It is driven by the Layer 2 scaling solution, and the proof of stake serves as a commit chain to the main Ethereum chain. Okay, a lot of technical jargon there. So let's discuss them one by one. A commit chain functions as a transaction network that operates close to the real chain, so in this case, the Polygon chain works alongside the Ethereum chain. The commit chain of Polygon processes clusters of transactions at the same time by grouping them together, and then the data will be sent back to the Ethereum chain. This is why Polygon is able to do 65,000 transactions a second, and it may even reach 1 million transactions in the future, as some experts believe. How about the layers? Well, Polygon's network comprises 4 layers. Those 4 are the Ethereum layer, the security layer, the Polygon networks layer, and the execution layer. Of course, we will tackle what are the different functions of these 4 layers. Let's start with the Ethereum layer. This layer is the communication center between the Ethereum blockchain and the numerous Polygon chains. This layer is made up of Ethereum-based smart contracts that do the staking, transaction approval, and interaction between the chains. The next layer is the security layer. This adds a level of security to the chains. It provides validator services to the network. These two layers, might I add, are just optional really, meaning they are not required for Polygon to work. Now the third layer, or the Polygon Networks layer, is the main ecosystem for the projects and blockchains developed on Polygon. And lastly, we have the execution layer, or the Polygon's EVM or Ethereum Virtual Machine. So this is where the smart contracts are executed on the Polygon's blockchain. Again, it is made compatible with Ethereum so that the developers have an easier time setting up projects. Now let's talk about what matters most for us, the tokenomics. Again, Polygon's coin is called MATIC and it has a value right now of around $2, and its market capitalization value is around $13 billion. The current total supply of the coins is around 10 billion, and 6.8 billion of that is already in circulation. When Polygon has its initial soft launch in 2017, it sold around 3.8% of the total supply. Then it sold 19% more when it had its initial exchange offering. The other tokens went to the following: development teams 16%, advisors 4%, staking rewards 12%, the ecosystem 23%, and 22% went to the Polygon Foundation. The Matic coin is technically inflationary right now, but it does have a limited supply. And soon enough, it will be deflationary because they will implement a system, their own version of EIP 1559, wherein base transaction fees will be burned. So it begs the question, how are they gonna reward the stakers if the supply is limited? The developers are optimistic that when the supply runs out, the extra transaction fees that users add to prioritize will be sustainable and will still incentivize the stakers. The Polygon ecosystem was designed and built well, and I think many people will be making a switch in no time. Even AAVE, which is their lending platform, has had amazing rates for months now. So be sure to check out this network if you're interested, and let me know in the comments of what you think. Also, if you have other coins that you want us to cover, feel free to let us know. Well, that's all for now. This is Investment Tribe. See you again tomorrow. Keep in mind to like, share, and subscribe.